Word to your mother, boys and girls. It's your boy Sniper West coming at you here from SportsMemo.com on Wednesday, March 19th, 2025 with some more free plays for you guys here today. Your free plays today are going to be between the Jazz and the Wizards in the NBA, the Kraken and Wild and the NHL, and Mount St. Mary's versus American in one of the play-in games in March Madness. My name is Sniper West. You can find me over on Twitter at the Sniper Picks. You can find all my premium plays over at Sports Memo. I'll go ahead and tell you what I have on tap for. I don't know when you're watching this video. The video goes up the day before. I'm doing this video on Tuesday. But I do have the Dodgers and Cubs overnight. If you can get that in, that goes off at 6 a.m. Eastern. I did win on the under last night, so I'm 1-0 in MLB so far, which is good news. I have a premium play on the Knicks and the Spurs on Wednesday, the Maple Leafs and Avalanche, and Xavier and Texas, which is the other play-in game. But yeah, looking forward to the MLB season. Last year, I was okay in the MLB. Typically, it's one of my strongest sports, but last year was not the best season. But I'm looking forward to a breakout season here on Sports Memo in the MLB. I'm doing quite well in the NBA. I'm doing fantastic in the UFC. I'm probably the number one UFC handicapper, maybe in, I don't want to say the United States, but I'm doing really well. I'm something like 17-5. Here, I'll tell you what I am. I have my record right here. It's 17-5, I believe. Let me refresh this. UFC for Sniper West on the season is 17-5, 77% for basically plus 5,000. So if you want to hop on board, I do have a UFC fight night. It is in London. So you might want to grab that package a day ahead. I might even have to post it a day ahead. I'm not sure how the back end works because I'm brand new here to Sports Memo, but I'll figure it out. But you might want to tail my UFC this weekend because I went 3-0 plus like 1,700 last weekend. And I think I went 2-0 the weekend before that. So, in fact, I think I'm 10-0 in my last 10 UFC plays. So, just saying. And that is all documented too, by the way. Let's go ahead and get into these free plays. I know that's why you guys are here. You guys want some winners. I'm going to attempt to provide them for you. Starting the NBA. I'm going to start with the Jazz and the Wizards here. So, the Wizards, they did win 2 straight games versus Detroit and Denver. Then they had a letdown. They got blown out by Portland, right? The Jazz, they've lost 10 straight. They're likely going to be motivated here because they've lost 10 straight games. You're an NBA team. I mean, you want to get a win, right? They're actually favored here for the first time. They're laying 3 points. As I, do this video on Tuesday, they're laying 3. But I'm going to roll with the Jazz here. They're not going to be short on motivation. They definitely want to win. This is a team they can blow out if they want to blow them out. And they play well. And the Jazz, they actually have a positive record against the spread this year. So I think they're 3 games above 500. So it's not like they don't make bettors money. At least they're, making bettors break even with the juice. But I like the Jazz here. Just tons of motivation. And let's roll the Jazz here. -3 over the Wizards. Moving on over to the ice, I like the Kraken and Wild over 5.5 goals. Seattle, they're off a hard-fought loss to Winnipeg last time out. They lost in a shootout. The Wild took care of the Kings in Minnesota, which sucked because I was on the Kings. But that's okay. We'll bounce back. Now they host the Kraken here. I like the over. Both these teams have decent offenses, and they both are very decent on the power play as well. The line's probably where it should be at 5.5. Again, as I say this as I do this video on Tuesday, it could maybe be at 6 by Wednesday. But the over is 6-3-1 in the last 10 between these two teams. So I just like this one to go over. I think there's going to be goals. Let's go over between Seattle and Minnesota. Your final play is going to be with Mount St. Mary's and American. It is the play-in game, one of the play-in games here on Wednesday evening. So you get the MAAC, not the MAC, but the MAAC versus the American conferences here. Both teams were 22-12 on the year. The Mount was 21-11-1 against the spread, so they made better some money, right? The Mount, they had an impressive closeout game versus Iona. They beat them 63-49 to win the conference. I like them here versus American. The Eagles, they only scored 68 points per game on the season. And the Mountaineers, they scored 70 points per game. So it's only 2 more points per game. American does have the better defense here. But I think Mount St. Mary's can control the pace of play here. And I'm going to roll with the Mount. It's actually a tough game to call, to be honest with you. But I'm catching 2.5 here. So I'll take the 2.5 points. I'll put them in my back pocket. And let's go ahead and recap. I like the Jazz -3 over the Wizards. I like the Kraken and the Wild over 5.5 goals. And I like Mount St. Mary's plus 2.5 over American, and that is going to be your free play video today. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to go to Sports Memo. I told you all the plays I have on tap for today, and don't forget to go purchase UFC Fight Night in London. That I might have those plays up by Thursday because you need them by Friday, right? I think it's going to go off super early Saturday morning, so if you want to get the plays in, you're going to have to get them in Friday night. I am Sniper West, at the Sniper Picks on Twitter. SportsMemo.com. That is where you want to be, the number one sports consultant in the industry. And that's where you can purchase all my premium plays as well as all the other fantastic handicappers over there. I will see you guys tomorrow with some more free plays. Until then, peace out and keep firing.